We have $19 trillion in debt. We have people out of work. We have ISIS and Al-Qaeda attacking us. And we're talking about fantasy football? Can we stop? Enough on fantasy football. Let people play. Who cares?
All right, that was Governor Christie calling out the CNBC so-called moderators at last week's Republican debate. Here now with reaction, the man himself, 2016 Republican presidential candidate, the governor of the great state of New Jersey, Christie. You know, I said this right after the debate. I said, the candidates won as a whole, as a group. You, Cruz, Huckabee, Rubio. You went after those moderators hard. You guys all stayed on substance. And that was a huge loss that I think is going to impact media for years to come, decades to come.
No question. Listen, what I was trying to say to folks is, we're running for president of the United States. There are huge issues to discuss, and not to get no back and forth. It wasn't an interview. It was a debate that they were supposed to be moderating. Ask a question, let us give an answer that's fair, and they had the discretion to follow up if they wanted to, but not in the middle of the question, and not with snarky, bias-filled responses. And that's what happened. Their bias showed.
The day you announced, a lot of people were jealous I got the first interviews. You just announced you're running for president. Now, I asked you hard questions about immigration and driver's licenses for illegals and all that. I did my homework. But I felt after you announced, I want you to lay out your vision. You want to be the president. You want the most important job in the world. Yep. Does that happen less and less now? Do you think these moderators feel that it's their job to debate you?
Everybody wants to be Woodward and Bernstein, Sean. Everybody wants to make
if they did, they'd go after Hillary.
No, Woodward and Bernstein for the Republicans, because Woodward and Bernstein only went after Richard Nixon. They didn't go after any Democrats either. And the fact is, that's the deal. They want to make themselves famous. They're more important. And then they get to brag to their friends at the cocktail parties on the weekends. Look what I did to that Republican.
It's true.
And that's what motivates a lot of this stuff. But listen, the other thing I say is, if you want to be president of the United States, you want to debate Hillary Clinton next fall, you got to be tough enough to deal with that.
I got that, but you know what? There's a certain sense, a double standard and unfairness there.
Total double standard, by the way. All you got to do is watch the debate on CNN with Hillary and the four people.
Oh, my God. What's your favorite color?
Love fest time.
What's your favorite dog name? What's your favorite cat name? You know, it's
and Saturday Night Live did a great send-up on it. You know, she's using Anderson Cooper's nickname. You know, I mean, it's just, you know.
It was funny.
It wasn't far from true.
It wasn't far from true. All right. The president is arguing with the FBI director over the issue of the Ferguson effect. I believe it's real. The president was in your state today.
Yeah. Well, listen, the president came to my state today to take credit for something he's got nothing to do with. Crime rate since I've been governor is down 20% in New Jersey, and the prison population is down 10%. Why? Because what we've done is focus on the real violent criminals, Sean, and we're backing up police officers on the street. In Camden, the murder rate is now down 53% in the last 3 years because we put a new police force in there and we back them up and they're working with the community.
53%?
In the last 3 years.
You don't think we should send the cops out in ice cream trucks, as some are suggesting?
No, you know what? Our cops in Camden, you know what they do? They're out on bicycles, they're out on foot, they're interacting with the community, and when they need to arrest violent people, they're there, and guess what? The community's trusting them to do it, too.
Do you believe this Ferguson effect is real? Because I have talked to many police officers. They're afraid to do their job.
Oh, I absolutely believe it's real. As a former law enforcement guy, I believe it. I'll tell you why else it's going on. Because you have folks like Barack Obama and Bill de Blasio and others who don't back up the police, who, in fact, worse than don't back them up, take shots at them. Not only don't give them the benefit of the doubt, the benefit of the doubt is against them. No. And this president has lost the moral authority to discuss this. And that's why the FBI director is speaking out. Because the FBI director knows someone in this administration has to back up law enforcement, so he's doing it.
Last question. Bring us through what happened at the negotiating summit on debates this weekend.
Listen, I think it was a lot of discussion about placement of bathrooms and who the moderators might be and all the rest of that. I'm not concerned about that.
How many times did my name come? No, I'm not kidding.
I'm not concerned about that. I'll tell you what I want. Let's get out on the stage. Let's debate these issues. Let's have fair questions asked, and then let's test the people up there.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, that's what's most important. And you saw at the last debate, Sean, the folks who really knew how to handle themselves and are tested and mature and ready for the job, they did really well.
All right, Governor. Good to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Sean. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.